Since I have a Brazil versus Germany World Cup final for 2018, which will very likely change, you would think on surface value this is the easy go-to final, right? Brazil versus Germany. That's the safe final. And because it's a final that a lot of people expect, or maybe even most people, maybe this is the most popular final that most people predict. It's certainly the most common final that I've seen on other YouTube prediction videos. There's a very good chance that it won't happen. And I also think it's not that safe of a pick as it seems. For one very big reason. All it takes is one bad result. And we will get Brazil-Germany. Just not in the final. One slip up. One slip up. And we could get Brazil versus Germany in the round of 16. And if that's the case, well, there goes my bracket. Brazil are in Group E. Germany are in Group F. They are on the same side of the bracket, and they are in neighboring groups. All it takes is one bad result from either Brazil or Germany, while the other team takes care of business in the group and finishes where they should. And one of them is not going to get to the quarterfinals, if that happens. Brazil is in a group with Costa Rica, Switzerland, and Serbia. It's an interesting group. It's a tough group, in my opinion. If anyone in this group is going to cause Brazil a huge upset, I'm not sure who would be the best candidate for it. Part of me thinks Serbia. Part of me thinks maybe Switzerland will play the role of spoiler, like they did to Spain in 2010. Spain losing their opening match in the group against Switzerland, and then we all know that Spain went on to rally and win the World Cup. Costa Rica, they can. I think Costa Rica is good enough to get a draw in that game if they play out of their skins. But I don't know about winning it. And then you have Germany's group with Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea, which is difficult in its own right. I don't think South Korea is good enough to play spoiler here, but Mexico or Sweden certainly could. My point is, if you get Serbia, Switzerland, or Costa Rica somehow finishing above Brazil in that group, and Germany tops the group next to it, there's your round of 16. Or if you get Mexico, Sweden, maybe South Korea, somebody that denies Germany that first spot in the group, you get Brazil-Germany round of 16. So a Brazil-Germany final, it's a lot riskier of a pick than it sounds, because any of those other teams I said can just completely spoil the party. They can completely ruin it. And, you know, what would happen in that case? If we get, what if it happens? What if we get Brazil versus Germany in the round of 16? What will happen? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think that if they meet in the round of 16, who would I predict to win it? It depends on a whole bunch of things. It depends on the form heading into the tournament. It depends on how and why one of them slipped up in the group. Because if one of them slips up in the group and they finish second, it could be indicative of a dip in form. It could be any number of problems going on with the team. So I would be inclined to believe that whoever does finish second in their group will lose the round of 16 match, because it says something about them that they finished second, maybe that they're not at their best. But on the same token, I'm not so confident making that prediction that the runner-up would lose the round of 16, because Brazil, Germany meeting again, these are arguably the two best teams in the world. I think they are the two best teams in the world. It can go anyway. It can go anyway. And also have to consider the fact that if Brazil meets Germany at any point in the World Cup, you better believe they're going to play out of their skins like possessed demons against Germany. Because for Brazil, this World Cup is not just about winning it. This is more. This is 7-1 was a humiliation. This is personal. This. If they meet Germany again at any point, it's personal. They will seek not only to beat Germany, but to thrash them. They will want to thrash them. So there's a whole psychological element behind it too. If Brazil and Germany meet, if they meet that early on in the round of 16, I would have to watch all of their group games to see how they played to give an answer of who I think would win that encounter. Of course, the final is a much more enormous occasion. And in that event, I would pick Germany to narrow it just about. But in a round of 16, I have no clue. So it's just hard. You simply cannot base it on who won their group, who came in second, because 7-1, man, that's going to play a role. It's going to come back. If they ever meet in the World Cup, it's going to come back, because for Brazil, they're not just on a mission to win this World Cup. They're on a mission to remind the world who they are. They're Brazil. But it's interesting because them meeting early, there's a bigger chance of it happening than people think, in my opinion. The only question is, if one of them slips up, who is it going to be? Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. Do you think any of them will slip up? Will we get Germany versus Brazil in the round of 16? If so, who will slip up in that group? If it does happen, who will slip up in their group? Who will finish second? And who will cause them to finish second? Meaning, who will finish first in their place? And if they do meet in the round of 16, who wins it? So I'll see you later today. Maybe not. If not later today, then later tomorrow, God willing. And until then, have a good one. Much love. Peace out.